Nebraska is well known as the volleyball state. It's not just because of the Huskers, but because of many successful high school programs. Local 4's Marco Yurkovich sat down with a former coach from one of those schools who was recently inducted into the National Coaching Hall of Fame.
That's right, Casey. I'm joined by Dan Sorge, a brand new inductee into the National High School Coaches Hall of Fame. Dan, thanks for your time. And congratulations on the induction. Can you just reflect to me on some of your key moments of your coaching career that when you think back on after this induction meant the most to you?
I started teaching there at junior high. I took over from my sister, who was the head volleyball coach. And I was there for 2 years, and then I went to Shickley in 1979, and through 2015 I was there. I think the highlights was probably winning the 6 state championships in a row and breaking the state record for 74 straight matches in a row. We ran it all the way up to 104. So that and just rebuilding the program each year.
Okay, and of course you mentioned those several volleyball state titles. What about those teams do you remember and recall all these years later? Not just maybe raising the trophy, but some of the players and what you meant to them and what they meant to you.
Well, to begin with, the first year we won, we really weren't very tall. And we only had 3 seniors and a lot of underclassmen. So it was kind of a surprise, I think, to a lot of people. But once we got going, we had a couple girls that were right at 6 foot, Deanna Reed and Jessica Walders, and then Kelly Cook transferred in. So, you know, the talent level was there, and it just seemed like we kept building the program. And the last state championship, Terry Sherbeck was on, and she went on to play in college. So a lot of the girls went on and played in college, so just building the program and the relationships we had with everybody.
So you have a multi-decade coaching career in high school volleyball. How did you see the game evolve at the high school level, and also the interest in the game change over your time as a coach?
Well, when I took over, you know, the level of play was probably not what it was when I quit, but we started having some summer camps for the elementary kids and then even the high school girls, and it just seemed to get more interest in it. And the more they worked at it, it seemed like, you know, our program started getting better and better. And I think at the beginning, we got to where we were running more quicker stuff at the end of the year, but all of them were real good teams to play with.
And you went up to Rapid City, South Dakota, and even received the honor in person and attended. What did that moment mean to you, even though your coaching career has been over for more than a decade now, but to kind of almost have a culminating moment to honor that?
It was very special. I was able to take my sister along and a couple of close friends of mine, Dick Chinnels and Chris and Julie Dunker, both were there with me. And it was a very special moment for me, and being able to be there. And then at the end, Darren Boyson even showed up and talked to me and Mr. McLean, who also was inducted from Kearney. So that was special and important to me. What
has impressed you the most about seeing how volleyball has grown in the state of Nebraska in your time as a coach and since then?
Well, I think the success that Nebraska's had plays a big role in it, because all the high school teams want to be down there, you know, and go to the games and support the university. And it just seems like the enthusiasm is so much better. And that's one thing at Shickley, you know, the fans and parents, you know, really their support helped the girls an awful lot too.
All right, well, Dan, thank you so much for joining us. And once again, congratulations on the induction to the National Coaches Hall of Fame. For more on Dan's story, you can visit the KSNB app and the Local 4 News website. Back to you at the desk, Casey.